Hello, friends. So, you're most welcome after a very long time. I was busy in some of my works. Now I have finished them all, and I came again to the channel with a very interesting topic, which is nano robotics. So, in this video, we're going to learn about nano robotics. Not that much, but we're going to gain a basic knowledge about nano robotics, and we're going to understand that what are nano robotics, how they work, and why are they made for, and how we are going to use this technology in future, or are we actually using this technology in current times. So we're going to discuss all these topics in today's lecture. So let's get started. So the first is, what is nanorobotics? So as you can see, there is a brief definition about it, that nanorobotics refers to the emerging field of science and technology that deals with the design, development, and control of robots and nanoscale. So the basic meaning of this, brief uh, definition of nanorobotics is that nanorobotics is a field in which we emerge science and technology and develop robots at nanoscale. So, I guess you're getting the ideas that these might be the smallest robots in the world. So yes, guys, you're on the right way. These are the probably one of the smallest robots on this in this world, and they're made to control functions and perform tasks on nanoscale. So let us understand that how this nanorobotics works. So basically, first we need to understand nanotechnology. So basically, nanotechnology is a technology which is used on a nanoscale. A complex design of circuit on a nanoscale is basically known as nanotechnology. So if we take an example of a computer processor or a mobile processor, a processor processor so this processor is made up of transistors. There were many embedded transistors in right here. Okay, as we know that there are millions of transistor inside processor, and those transistors are on nanoscales. They size about in nanometers. They're measured in nanometers. Their size, their length is measured in nanometers, so they're incredibly small. Now, how it works, so if we zoom in a little bit, so we will find that there's a complex structure of circuits between two transistors. As you can see, this is a transistor, and here we go with a circuit. Let me draw a kind of good looking circuit so that you can easily understand what I'm trying to make you understand. So the circled parts or transistors and the straight parts are circuits made up of silicon metal. Okay, the circuits are made up of silicon metal on the nanoscale. For kind information, I just told you that we don't use copper and any other kind of metal that we use on micro level, but on nanoscales we use silicon to make circuits. So these are the probably transistors. I'm just kind of making some designs. I can download the pics from the Google, but they're kind of complex to understand, so I'm just making it easier for you to understand. So Here we go. I hope that you will understand better from this pic that I have made, that I have made so far here. Now, here, as you can see, that there's a transistor having a straight circuit path to the another transistor, having another straight circuit path to the another transistor. So, what nanotechnology says is the the length of the circuit between two transistors. The length of the circuit between two transistors is basically the technology refers to, the power of technology refers to. It means that if the length of the circuit is lesser, we are gonna, I'm gonna state this statement with a negative sign, and L is length and C are circuit. So if the length of the circuit is lesser, the faster will be the processor is, or the faster will the current electricity flow from one transistor to another transistor. Let us understand this with another example. So let me make a home right here. While I'm using this, let's make a home real quick. Here's our good looking home. You know, it's kind of looking good, and let's just have a door here because we need some doors in our home. Here we go. Let's just add this, quickly assemble this door onto our nicely sweet home. Okay, so this is our home, and now we are gonna make some power stations. Here we are making some power stations where we are gonna generate some electricities. Okay, and these are quite nice structures. Uh, this I have made this for your understanding. Okay, don't take it seriously. And I'm gonna make a one more power plant near to the home. So now I have a question for you guys. I have a question for you. Just wait a second. Here we go. There is a wire going from the power plant to the home, and there's another wire from the second power plant to going to the home. This is power plant 1. This is power plant 2. Wait a second. Let me quickly write 2 here. So this is power plant 2. Now tell me, if the electricity will travel from here to there and here to there, which one's electricity will arrives the first on this home? Let's just consider there is a 10-meter distance between these two power plants, and there is a 50-meter distance between these two, home and power plant. So it's obvious that this power plant can transmit more electricity and faster electricity to the home as compared to the power plant 1, because the distance of the circuit between this home and this power plant is 50 meters, where the power plant 2 provides the electric current in between the circuit length of 10 meters only. So similarly here, if you focus that our transistor, which basically identifies the signal of 0 and 1, if he sends an electric signal to the another transistor, then the circuit length helps that electric current to transfer from one transistor to another transistor. So if the circuit length will be lesser than the technology, then the current will transmitted faster, and the response time will be taken by the device is lesser. So our technology gets more power efficient, and you know more powerful and more faster, faster processing units. So now I hope that you understand how nanotechnologies works. Basically, these are the complex structures of circuits designed on nanoscales. So these are basically nanotechnologies, basic knowledge of nanotechnology I have given to you. Now let's just move on to our third, okay, nano use. So nanorobotics can be that much small. As you can see, it is smaller about our blood cells. It is smaller about our DNAs. It is smaller about to kill, you know, viruses. So they are incredibly small. They can be used in future for, treatment of blood cancer, healing of chromosomes, and repairing of DNA, or editing DNA by replacing DNA codes, and injecting extra antibodies into viruses by these robots, so they can be used in our body, or on nanoscales where we cannot reach or we cannot work properly. So these robots will reach that site and will work for us. So this is was the basic knowledge of nanorobotics. If you want an example of current time nanorobotics, so I have an example for you, which is Neuralink. As you know, that Elon Musk's company Neuralink has made invented a Neuralink chip, and that chip basically can be fitted into the human brain. It was tested and in the human brain, and then when it is fitted into the human brain, then and whenever that human thinks to operate his device, this chip will understand the neural signals of the human brain and send it to the connected device. Neural signals will be transmitted to this device, and this device will send signals to the connected device for functions or work which is you know taught by the human brain. So this was the basic example. Currently we are not using robotics that much, but still we are in a developing age, and probably in future we are able to develop that incredibly small robots that can go through our blood cells, that can go to our DNA and nerve cells. We have already developed a Neuralink, which was a unimaginable invention. So in future we are gonna invent more nanorobots. I'm gonna work on different fields, different you know bio biotech fields, and more engineered fields. So this was the basic knowledge of nanorobotics. So now you're kind of little bit informed that how nanorobotics and nanorobots are used, why are they made for, and like what is the basic understanding of nanorobotics. Thank you so much, and after some times I will be coming here for you with interesting topics, covering the old topics and recapping the whole syllabus. Thank you so much, guys, for today's lecture. I hope you understand. If you have any doubts, you can definitely ask it in comment section. I will definitely reply to you. Thanks so much. Bye bye.